Hi everyone, welcome to HR Crest. This is Sudakshana. Today we had a lot of interviews at office. We were interviewing for a particular position, and there were quite a few CVs which came in, from which we had shortlisted a few people who came to meet us today for the personal round of interview. One thing that I observed were all these people had very impressive CVs. They had written a lot of things on the CV, but when they actually came over for the in-person discussion, they failed to substantiate what they had actually written on the CV. That took back to all those interviews that I had taken, and I had landed up getting the job. So I was just wondering that what is it that I did in those interviews, and what is it, and why is it that I finally got the job? Of course, needless to say that these candidates whom we met today, none of them got selected. So I thought, okay, why not share those five things that I did in all my interviews that worked for me, and it got me the job. First, be honest in the interview. Be honest about writing on the CV, what you're writing. The people sitting on the other side of the table are not fools. They will figure out if something is not correct on the CV. And especially when you're talking about something, be absolutely honest. Nothing works more than honesty, especially in an interview. Number two, take pride in the achievements that you've done. They are your achievements, and you know that they are important to you. So when you're talking about your achievements to the panel of interview, take pride in talking about them. That instills excitement in the amongst the interview panelists, and they would ask more questions about it for you to be able to establish that what you have done is actually good. Number three, set the context. When you're talking about your significant achievement or a task or an activity which has actually uh, made you feel proud and which you think are your significant achievements, always set the context. Because if you just talk about the achievement, the interview panel may not able to appreciate that why is it a significant achievement, why is it important to you, and why should it be considered as something significant. So always give the context. Under what context did you do what, and why is it important for you? Number four, you are an ambassador of the organizations that you have worked for or you're working with. So always talk about the great learnings that you've had from from those organizations. If there are things that have not worked for you, talk about them and tell them that these things did not work. Number five, always read about the organization before you go for the interview, so that you know where you're going, you know what is the leadership team like, you know what is the culture of the organization, and ensure that when you're having these discussions with with the interview panel, you actually talk about uh, giving out the information that you've known about the organization. So if you're talking about if they ask you questions like, so what are you looking for? Try and ensure that you link up somewhere what the organization has to offer you as a proposition and what you're looking for. Trust me, these five things have always worked for me, and I have landed up getting the jobs in most of the times when I have gone for the interview and followed these five simple things. I have actually written down a little in details about these five key things to remember while you're in an interview. So do visit hrcrest.com, read my article, give me your views, feedback, and suggestion. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much.